to Drunk Tech Support. I'm Jason.
And I'm Rich.
And tonight's Drunk Tech Support is brought to you by KFC.
No, it's not.
Finger licking good. Rich.
You're going to get us in trouble.
Rich, tonight we have a promo. We have a promoter. We're being sponsored.
I wish.
By Delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Your belly's being sponsored by Delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That is also true. Boy, I sure do love Kentucky Fried Chicken biscuits.
All right.
Actually, not as good when they're cold.
Well, no. Nothing's good cold. Except for foods that are meant to be cold, like ice cream.
Wow, what brilliant wisdom. No, Red.
That's what we do here on the show. We bestow wisdom upon you.
Like a hum. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Not much. Hey, isn't it supposed to be me eating on the pod? What's going on here?
No, it's me this time, bitch.
Oh, I see.
Delicious.
So I have some complaints
About?
YouTube.
Oh. Well, you know, they're owned by Google, Rich.
I know.
Which I just recently found out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's definitely not creator friendly, and it really should be.
They don't care anymore, dude.
I know.
They just want little kids to make Fortnite videos.
They're too big to care.
Yeah.
Kind of like too big
true.
to fail, but too big to care.
What's your problem with them right now?
It's just annoying that the shit we have to jump through the hoops to get a show streaming and working good, and
Well, that's your end of the spectrum. I only deal with editing, so
I'm just an editor, so
and uploading. So I do understand the pain in the asses of regarding copyright strikes and crap like that.
Yeah.
Which we're trying to. I'm totally not eating a dry freaking biscuit right now.
No.
This is how I normally sound.
You're ridiculous.
Sorry.
So, anyway, it's just annoying, and I want to vent before we get started. But,
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just, we're trying to do our best. We increased our stream to 4K last week, and things have been good. We have a nice scene in OBS, and everything's starting to jive. We have a couple of little glitches, but a lot of it's behind the scenes, so nobody sees that.
Did we check to make sure like all our audio's syncing up?
I did not.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Great. Good to know. Good to know, Rich. What
So we went out of our way to make a nice quality image on our video.
So we look nice and crispy.
Yeah. And if we could just if we could have some of the tools back that we used to have with YouTube, like just the ability to add a generic intro into all of our videos. We can't do that anymore unless we manually do it offline.
No. And that's an old feature that was removed before we were even talking about it, before 2015.
Yeah.
That feature was never available since we started podding. They got rid of that.
It was because I added it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. It was real early on, but yeah, it's gone now.
Okay. I never utilized it, and once I found out about it, I was pissed.
Yeah, because of all the time you spent uploading and
exactly.
Yeah. And let's be honest.
Which I don't mind doing.
4K,
I don't mind doing now.
4K is great.
It's a lot of
so big.
CPU. Yeah, the file size, the CPU uses to render, the time it takes to upload.
Yeah, it took literally fucking 60 minutes, I think, to render the video from last week so that I can upload it to you. So
I have to find something to do while the video's rendering. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
rendering. I'm gonna go watch TV.
And that's 60 minutes on a brand new M1 MacBook.
Really?
with 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah. So I can only imagine what it would be on my old 7th gen PC. You know?
Well, I'm using a. I don't even know what the specs are, Mike. I know it's like
Are you using Linux?
No, it's a Windows PC. Remember, it had like a
Isn't it the Yoga?
No, I got the Yoga. I've literally got Premiere installed on I have a potting PC.
Right. You said
I have
that.
my Yoga. I have an editing computer in my room, which is a full-fledged desktop with a discrete graphics card.
Uh-huh.
I have my gaming laptop, which that would probably be best for editing on, but I have no room on it because I have so many games on it.
Yeah.
So I switched between the editing PC and the podcasting PC here.
Gotcha.
For editing, but editing's fine. I don't run into any problems. It's rendering.
Yeah.
That's where like it takes forever. If something screws up, you wait like an hour for it to render, and you realize something screwed up.
Yeah.
Or the aspect ratio is not right.
Or when you were going through and trying to fix the copyright issues in our Star Trek one, and you had to
oh my god! Until you showed me, I could just click on some bullshit, and they'll tell me what was blocking it, as opposed to me not knowing. It was just deleting stuff, hoping it would fix it.
Hoping it would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think once I'm done moving, I'm going to move primarily to my iMac.
That's good.
And I'm gonna buy a nice multi-terabyte USB-C drive so that I can put stuff on it.
That's why I bought that 4 terabyte drive, so I could move between computers easily. Because I don't want to use Google Drive for video.
See, that's why I want to do a nice USB-C one, because then I can put it on my MacBook and my iMac.
Yeah.
Because I got Premiere on both, so.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. I got between my editing machine and my Yoga. My Yoga, which is surprisingly got a good graphics card in it.
Yeah.
For Yoga.
For a Yoga.
That keeps asking me if I want to install Windows 11, which I'm like, F off. Oh, wait, what did they tell you that we talked about? We're doing a lot of talking before the pod. I was like, no, save it for the pod. Save it for the pod. I meant something about Windows.
Something about Windows 11, and I was complaining how 7th gen wasn't compatible.
I said I had the old work laptop that was only 2 years old, but didn't meet the CPU requirements.
Yeah.
We said there's a workaround to do that, but then you'll lose support.
Yeah, you could just install from the disk normally, and it won't check for the CPU compatibility.
Yeah.
It'll let you install it, but you lose support. So
yeah, but I said something, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I was like, "Oh, well, we'll bring it up in the pod." I can't remember what it was now.
I don't. We
should write stuff down.
We should write things down.
Whatever.
Anyway.
So we got our chat back up and running, I see.
We did. It took a little bit of work. I had to do some magic with the installer for OBS and opening it with 7-zip and pulling the plugin out that I needed, and then putting some CSS magic into the plugin. And
sounds sexy.
Yeah, it wasn't, but
wow.
But it works. And
well, hey, there you go.
We got chat. We got 4K. I think we're in good shape.
We're doing good. We just recorded the podcast, and now we're doing another one. We're back to back.
We did a Star Trek news, so that will be posted here shortly.
No, not until I edit it.
Well, I'm going to upload it to you, and then you're going to edit it, and then it'll be posted shortly after.
All right. That sounds good. Because before it sounded like you're just going to post it as soon as
I'm just going to throw it up there. We'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
Yeah. So, Rich, what have you been up to?
Just packing, getting ready to move. I get my keys on Tuesday, and I'm.
How's it feel to move like 6 months? It wasn't even 6 months.
10 months. It's been 10 months, but
it's been 10 months.
Yeah. It was April last year. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It feels like not that long ago.
No, it doesn't feel like I've been here very long at all. But somehow I've settled in and unpacked everything.
Well, I bet your neighbors are happy to see you go at least.
Probably. Nobody will be.
And all the autistic kids, in the neighborhood are like, thank God. Because your kid beats up autistic kids.
He did it once, and he didn't know he was autistic. Let's not blow it out of proportion.
Finger licking good. I love KFC, Rich. Don't you?
Yeah.
I'm drinking a KFC chicken blend beverage.
Gross.
They just put a bunch of KFC into a blender.
Just drink the gravy.
I should have said that. I'm drinking whiskey with KFC gravy.
There you go. That probably would be delicious too.
Hell no.
Oh man.
I got
So you reached out to Drizzle. Is he able to watch our show this week?
I've got no response from him because we always message him at the last minute.
From here on out, Sunday afternoon.
Look at that, Rich.
Everyone needs to be ready to watch us live. Ooh,
look at that.
Delicious.
Wow.
So gross. Oh man.
Okay. I always do this. I see like a KFC commercial, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I want KFC!" And then I get it. I'm like,
It's not that great.
It's not that great.
So I'm doing 4K. Do you think it was worth it?
I can't tell until I like sit down and watch the episodes actually, because right now what I see looks like every other episode we do.
Yeah. Well, when I go back and listen to the shows, I usually do audio because I'm driving when I'm doing it. So
I'm just happy that I can hear you without those glitchy interrupts that have been happening.
Yeah.
But literally, audio is all I care about. Like, this could look like shit now.
That's all you've ever cared about. I remember from the get-go back in 2015, you just wanted to do an audio pod, and I kind of forced you into video.
You're like, no, let's do video. The people want to see our ugly mugs on camera.
I think we have more fun with it as a video, but it is more work. I'll give you that.
You like my Hatsumi Miiko shirt?
No, because I hate anime.
Would it surprise you that I do too?
Kind of.
I have two anime shirts. They're both Hatsumi Miiko. Do you know what Hatsumi Miiko is?
I do not.
It is a virtual voice synthesizer software for musicians.
If I see any cartoons that are sexy with big eyes, I just don't watch them.
She's not sexy. She's cute.
Whatever. Cute with big eyes.
Okay.
I just don't like
she's not doing that anime like. You see that face?
Which one?
You must see it. You know what face I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
she's not doing that. No. It's. I say she doesn't exist. She is a piece of software that basically somebody developed. There's other voices, but she became like a popular one.
Yeah.
Of the product, and she actually puts out CDs and crap. There's games. There's so much stuff based around Hatsumi Miiko. I didn't know it existed. I was just at the Hot Topic with my brother, and I saw a shirt, and I was like, "Oh, it's got a cute anime girl." They're like, "Oh, it's Hatsumi Miiko. You know what that is?" I'm like, "Nope." And they told me, and I've been trying to get my hands on the software. I'm like,
no, is that because you don't like anime generally, or is it because you're just a 40-year-old man and don't know any better?
That's probably what it is. I respect the technology, the software, the anime is cute, and I want to get my hands on a software package. You know, my music doesn't have vocals.
Right.
It would be nice. It would be nice to be able to just type up lyrics and have it read.
That's fair.
And actually sound like if you look up, if you have to look up,
not be like Radiohead.
Hello, how are you doing? Yes. If you actually look up Hatsune Miiko, you will see that it's like it sounds just like K-pop. It sounds like some K-pop singer. You can't tell it's a computer, and that's what I respect about it.
Really?
Yeah, that was like the selling point, that it actually sounds like somebody singing. It's not like
interesting.
You're not listening to Stephen Hawking.
You won't be able to hear it, but I'm about to play it. So
yeah. If you hear it, let me know what you think. I'm gonna drink my gravy.
Drink your gravy. Of course, the listeners are going to have to hear an ad first because I don't have a good ad blocker.
Oh, well, I can't hear you. So yeah. And I've been trying to track down the software. I tried going the torrent route, and I get these old programs that do not function with Windows 10 or 11. I look at buying it, and a lot of these software packages are like $500.
Yeah.
They do sell like they sell voice add-ons. Vocaloid is the name of the software.
I gotta say this. It just looks like Fortnite characters in a YouTube video.
Well, just listen to the voice.
I get it.
Okay,
I got the voice.
I don't care about the videos or the cartoons or anything. I just want to have a singer.
Yeah.
If I had a singer that could sing for me, do you realize?
Well,
I have so many lyrics up here I can play. Yeah.
The lyrics are dirty.
I can make a Hatsu Miko drunk tech support intro song.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh, are you ready?" We have like we have like a drunk tech support anime character that's going like.
Speaking of drunk tech support characters, did you see on our Star Trek one? I made our ears pointy like Spock.
Oh, you did? I didn't notice. I told you to do that. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
By the way, what's up with cross-eyed, tongue-out anime things? Who thinks that hot? I'm thinking 13-year-old boys.
I don't know. My daughter does it sometimes, so
that's like a sex thing.
I don't know. Probably she's 16.
No, it's totally a sex thing.
Okay.
It's like I'm getting fucked so hard that like I'm drooling and crossing my eyes.
I don't want to hear that.
Well, you didn't know what that meant? That's exactly what that means.
Okay, great.
All right. Well, as a father, I think you should know these things.
I usually do. It's rare that I don't.
Go punish your kid right now.
Meh.
I'm not talking like the tongue out like Miley Cyrus. Like,
do you notice I have a PlayStation shirt on?
No, I did not notice. I didn't even know that was a P because it's like
because I'm so fat, it's just like stretched over it.
Oh, there's the S. I see it. I see it now. I get it.
Yeah, I have an N64 one too, but
you can't. What? You can't like lower your camera like I do?
I mean, I could, but then it's like it's gonna fall off my monitor. And...
I specifically positioned my camera so everyone can see my shirt.
Oh, I see. Yeah, see, I could do it, but then it's probably gonna fall off and get stupid.
Oh, you need one of them 4K cameras like I got.
Yeah,
and you need a better mic.
You need to kiss my ass because I like my mic.
Your mic sucks.
Your mic sucks.
No, your mic picks up everything in the background. It's like constantly on room mode. You got like a
omnidirectional,
a WebEx microphone. You got like a office meeting microphone that picks up. Like, you're supposed to put it in the middle of the desk so everyone in the room's heard. That's what you have.
Yeah, it's called omnidirectional. Let's use technical terms here. This is a tech podcast after all.
Your mom's omnidirectional.
Well, yeah.
Whoa, why do you
so anyway.
Yes. Episode 132, Rich. I never thought we'd be up in the hundreds.
No, me either.
Do you remember episode 99 when you named it Approaching Infinity? This had been 100 would be forever. Our last pod, apparently, or something.
It was pretty close. We were, what, 15, 20 off, something like that?
Mm-hmm. That was quite almost our last pod. Thanks to you.
Thanks to me.
What do we got for notes, Rich, tonight?
I have a few things. Obviously, you've seen what's going on in the world with Russia.
Ukraine.
Trying to rebuild the Soviet Union and all.
Yeah, they're trying to harken back to the old days.
Yeah.
What? When was this is unprecedented. Like
I
what?
know.
Like this is literally like old school country invading another country.
Yeah.
Stuff like.
Yeah, but it's not just on the ground invading, and that's really what I was getting at with this. Like, there's cyber attacks. Cyber attacks happening now.
Yeah. In Russia, Russia has been attacking us for years.
Oh yeah. And it's state sponsored. The government is actually doing it.
Oh yeah.
And
hey, Andy.
Hey. We gotta watch.
Sorry that our chat sucks. The screen's flat. The screen is like flashing. Is that? I'm getting like 2 frames a second.
Yeah, it looks like my computer got mad at me just now. I don't know what just
happened. I'm so happy this will end up on our main recording. Anyways,
so there was a big botnet that was created. That was part of this whole Russia thing. Funny story, Andy. You're not very late because we got a late start as usual. So,
Yeah. We've only been going for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you haven't missed much. You missed a lot of Jay eating KFC. Really, that's about it.
Hey, Andy, KFC. Get some today. Uber Eats or DoorDash, or just walk into any KFC kiosk / Taco Bell / Haagen-Dazs / Dunkin' Donuts and get some chicken.
I think you're mixing up your companies there, but oh man. So, anyways, there's
no like main chain stores anymore. They're all like clinging to each other for life.
It's like agar.io. They're all eating each other.
No, it's like symbiotic. Like they're not eating each other. They're like holding on to each other, and the ship's sinking.
Oh yeah.
Like, sorry, I hit my mic and there's like this wicked noise for like a long time.
Yeah,
sorry,
like my springs on mine.
Yeah. I like that.
Anyway, so back to the botnet. It's called Cyclops Blink is the name of the malware.
I'm sorry, is this somehow related to the war, or is this something unrelated?
I mean, it's related to it in that Russia's attacking people for no reason. I mean, I don't know if it's directly related to Ukraine.
Russia is fighting against the anti-Semitic Jewish leader of Ukraine.
Wait,
apparently,
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're trying to stop anti-Semitism in Ukraine. That the evil Jewish leader of the country. And have you seen
Jewish people can't be anti-Semitic? That
self-hating Jew? You've never heard that?
Oh well, yeah. I guess you could. Anyway,
have you seen the leader of the country? I forgot his name.
Yes, he's younger than I expected.
He looks like us.
Yeah,
like he could be me. I could be fighting a war for my country right now.
He could be,
like
but
he's that
too lazy
young.
for that.
Like he's in his 40s or something. He definitely looks like. I saw him and I was like, "Holy shit!" This is the first time I looked at somebody and was like, "That guy's like my age."
Yeah,
and he's fighting a war for his country, not as a soldier, but as the president, whatever he is. I'm like, I've done nothing with my life. I have nothing to show for it.
That's all right.
I should kill myself.
You have drunk tech support.
Oh, good.
As long as I don't delete it again.
Oh, you bitch! I want to see if I can find the somebody posted a tone deaf message on LinkedIn, and it was being circled around. It was somebody that worked for Amazon. It was basically while Russia is invading the UK, Amazon is invading some market. Blah blah blah. He was basically like, that was his like tagline for his LinkedIn. It was so tone deaf. It was retarded.
Well, the funny thing is, we were talking about the Ukraine.
Yeah. Sorry.
Andy says he saw that horrible tweet.
Okay, cool. I'm happy that this is going on because it is detracting from the stupid freedom convoys and the anti-maskers and the anti-vaxxers, because something real is going on. Like, we've needed something real to happen for a long time.
Preferably not a war, but,
No, something...
But something other than complaining and liking.
We're talking earlier, and I was like, I literally said, we need, like, another 9/11 or something to get the people together, focused on something else. Because we get too complacent when there's no war or anything really going on. It's all like...
If I had a tinfoil hat on right now, I would say it was all planned, but...
Are we going to do a tinfoil hat episode?
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Like, seriously, we should do one.
I was going somewhere with this, though.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
This is a tech podcast.
Is that what we are?
I think so.
Bring this all down to tech and not politics. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but anyways, so there was the botnet, and that was just really a side note more than anything. I wasn't really going to talk so much about that. What was really cool was that somebody from high up in the government, I forget his exact title, but he was like a vice something in the Ukraine. He tweeted to Elon Musk because they're having trouble with connectivity because the Russians are attacking and taking out their infrastructure.
Oh, so they're trying to get the Starlink?
And Elon Musk replied and actually turned on Starlink in their country.
That they weren't... that's not even set up yet, right?
No, it's capable, but they're doing beta testing still. Like, it's not for everybody. But, yeah. So I thought that was very noble of the crazy motherfucker. But
that's a political move. Everything's political.
I'm sure he's going to get something out of it.
Did you hear the quote that they quoted? What is the guy's name? Can you look that up?
Who? Elon?
Zaleski.
Zaleski.
I don't know what his name is. Look at his name because I'm sick of not using his name. The U.S. offered. The U.S. offered to fly him out of Ukraine. It's
Zelensky.
Which
immediately I think of the movie Tommy Boy and Zelensky.
I don't know. I remember that movie, but I don't remember that character. Anyway, the U.S. offered to help evacuate him and his family, and he's like, quoted as saying, "I don't need a ride. I need weapons or something." He's like, I need help fighting this war, idiots." And that's been like a meme.
Oh man.
Recently, which I'm like, good on him, dude.
Good on you.
Like, and they're fighting, and they put up a fight for whatever the I don't know. Why don't we take notes? I'm like all day long. I'm like fuck the. I'm like F our podcast. I don't care. And then when I get into it, I'm like super like into it.
And then you're mad that you didn't.
And then I'm mad that I didn't get notes. Like, how do I just be into it all the time?
I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, thoughts and prayers to Ukraine, which that's a meme of itself at this point. Anyone that says thoughts and prayers, basically saying, I'm not really going to help.
I'd say, I'd argue that the folks that changed their Facebook photo,
oh my God, to the flag,
are in the same
solidarity. That's going to help. I heard they are cracking down. Hold on a second. Somebody upstairs watching sci-fi or vacuuming. I can't tell.
all this very different sounds there, Jay.
It's like you can't hear it.
It's either a warp engine or the vacuum.
Exactly. The Large Hadron Collider. What was I saying? Oh yeah. All this thoughts and prayers crap. You can just go stick it up your butt because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that
you should do a stuff that needs to die on thoughts and prayers.
No, it's time for stuff that needs to die. I forgot how the jingle went. You don't have.
We have it somewhere, don't we?
Yeah, they're all in the audio folder.
I love how you organized everything. It's like
mastered. Everything is mastered, so it sounds perfect. And now it's time for stuff that needs to die.
Yeah.
I can't remember that one.
What is it? Segment intros?
Yeah.
Mastered intros.
Yeah.
Stuff that needs to die. Look at that.
I will kill you. Yeah, you actually made this. You made this.
Did I?
Yeah, it was you. I will kill you. I don't hear it.
It's because it's loading.
Oh.
My computer's being very upset with me today.
Oh.
I actually think it's more
your brand new issue. Apple?
No. I'm on the PC.
Oh.
I'm going to switch to the Apple.
You got to do everything on Apple.
I'm going to once I move.
But okay. So tech aside, Russia has always been.
Oh, here it comes.
Effing with everyone. Okay, Russian hackers will be my stuff that needs to die segment.
Okay, here we go.
All right, ready.
Man, talk about technical difficulties. We are just a great show, aren't we?
Now it's time for stuff that needs to die. I will kill you. That's how it goes. You totally made it.
Oh, there it is.
Welcome to stuff that needs to die. I will kill you. I don't hear it. Nobody heard it.
Everybody heard it but you.
Oh, fine. Well, if it's there, I'll put it there. Welcome to Stuff That Needs to Die with Jay. And today is Russian hackers, Rich. So sick of them. Aren't you?
I am too.
I mean, they've been hacking us forever. There's actually a website.
It's not just Russian, though. I mean, everybody hacks.
No. We're getting hacked from everywhere.
We should do a children's book. Everybody hacks. Nobody hacks but you. Look at a Family Guy. Yeah, that's concentrated.
We have the less popular book. Nobody hacks but you. Yeah, they've been effing up government-sponsored hacks all the time to the U.S. Wasn't our big power outage or whatever? They got into the power. This is recent.
Yeah. Well, not power. It was the oil pipeline.
With the oil, yeah. They got it. It always comes down to because idiots don't keep their security up to date.
Password or admin. Username
exactly.
Admin.
Yeah. or people just don't know not to click on spam emails. Like Christ. Like when the last job I had, we even had a system in place. If mass emails were going, you could flag them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this looks suspicious. Then it gets sent to the cyber department, cybersecurity.
Yeah.
To see, and then they can block it. But it always comes down to some idiot.
Always. And the best part is most of those, you can do campaigns where you send out fake spam and see who clicks on it.
Oh, we did that too.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times somebody in IT clicks on it.
Oh, God. Okay, not in my job. Not us. But that's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, as an IT person, I would click on stuff just to see where it leads, but not within the company. Not on the company internet.
Yeah.
Remember when we had that computer that was open to the internet with no antivirus?
Oh, yeah.
Clicking down the rabbit hole?
Yeah, I remember that. We did a whole episode on that, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a whole thing.
Oh, man.
We pretended to be idiots. We're like, what's this?
Huh.
Oh, free
boner pills? Yes.
Yeah, no, you were like, what? 0.5 interest rate? That's ridiculous. Click on it. It's so low. Yeah.
Crazy.
There's actually a website that keeps track of cyber attacks across the world. You can watch it.
Yeah.
And it literally looks like the War Games map.
Yes.
With the world map.
I like to keep it up. I like to keep it up at work.
Me too. Yeah. I used to do that too.
It's just a good talking point for somebody.
It keeps it in mind.
Yeah.
Keeps you aware of what's going on. When I first got out of school back in 2003, I worked at a company, and just our FTP server alone would get hacked, attempted hack. I'm talking brute password attacks, 10, 15 times a night.
Jeez.
My job was to wait for the alarm of whoever was attacking us, and then immediately block the IP. I know that can be automatically done now. Back then. They fire it. Yeah. And you can watch this stuff in real time. It's crazy.
It is really crazy. But it's a good.
This is what is literally going on 24/7, people.
Yeah, and this is just small representation too.
Cyber war is just as big as I would say bigger than actual war
nowadays. Our reliance on the internet has just brought it to a new level.
Yeah, everybody's reliance and everything's in the cloud or on a computer or on a server somewhere, and it's all open season, man. It's crazy.
Pretty much.
So this stuff needs to die and stuff.
But I'm still very happy to see that Elon put on Starlink.
Oh, right. That was the original.
Because, we've seen, with all sorts of things that have happened around the world in the past 10, 15 years.
We tried to help with the...
social media really plays a huge part in it. Like, you can actually see what's happening in these crisis situations. Yeah. But if you don't have connectivity, what the hell good is social media?
What happened to Periscope?
Didn't it get bought out by Twitter or something and they just killed it off?
No. Okay, great. We could be watching live. It's all TikTok now.
Yeah, everything's.
Go to be started on TikTok.
I don't. It's actually blocked on my home network.
Thank God. Do not let your kids near TikTok, dude.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed to have it. It's blocked.
Do you know what?
It's blocked on my mobile device manager that controls their phones, and it's blocked on my network, so they can't even go to the
You
website.
need to do brain surgery, find out what part of the brain leeches onto that, and cut it out so it'll be locked in their brain. I somehow ended up watching some TikTok videos. Call me a boomer, whatever. You're doing something that's retarded. It's retarded. I'm sorry. So they will take some stand-up comedians, some set that he did,
right?
Like a single joke. They'll overlay it and mouth all the words to it.
Yes.
And do a meme thing with whatever he's saying. And that's a TikTok.
Yep.
I don't
They do it with songs too. It's not just comedians.
No, songs. Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's pretty good. And it's just the facial expressions that people do and stuff, and I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
Kids. It's kids. You see any 30-year-olds on there? They need to.
There's actually really old people that do it too. It's
oh my God.
Crazy. There's some big names that are 50-year-old dudes that.
That's why we'll never get famous, Rich.
Yeah, because we don't use TikTok.
Yeah, we won't do the TikToks. That's what's keeping us back.
Yeah.
That not enough sponsorship from KFC.
It'd be nice if they were a real sponsor and we were actually getting something out of this, but you're getting a good, delicious dinner.
I am. I am so fulfilled right now and don't want to throw up from all the greasy food I just ate. I am so fulfilled spiritually as a human being.
So, speaking of things that need to die, since we're on that topic, I might as well jump into it. Amazon Prime is going up again.
Didn't they just go up?
It just went up 2 years ago. Took effect last year, I think. And now it's going up another $20. It's going to be $140 starting next month.
Hell no, I'm not buying enough stuff for it to be that much.
Yeah, and I had this argument with them. I actually got on chat and argued with them last time they did the price increase because I was like,
oh, you should have recorded it.
You're not getting anything to me within the 2 days that you promised. I'm constantly getting credits because it's late getting here.
Yeah, nothing comes within the Prime.
So I'm not getting my Prime delivery that I was promised. The Prime Video platform is a joke. Half the stuff, I'm like, oh, cool, I can watch this. And then it's oh, wait, I got to rent it.
You got to buy it. Yeah, it's $2.99. Yeah.
It's not free. It's not with the service.
The only thing I've watched on Prime TV is The Boys. I don't know if you've watched that.
No.
It's like a superhero show.
I wouldn't watch it if it was superheroes.
No, you should watch it. It's anti-superhero. It's the reverse of a super. It dissects it's starring Carl Urban's in it.
Okay.
McCoy from Star Trek.
I'll have to check it out.
You should check it out. It's pretty good.
I don't know. I don't see what I'm paying
the benefit.
For. Yeah. Where's the benefit?
At 100, what did I sign up? What was it when I signed up?
I think we need to do a cost benefit analysis here.
We gotta do. No! Don't do that! Don't do that! Just keep paying. Pay no attention. Don't do the math.
But honestly, other retailers are trying to duplicate the Amazon model.
Yeah,
like Walmart. They have Walmart Plus now, and it's cheaper.
Man in the High Castle. I have not watched that yet.
That is the only thing I've ever really watched on Prime Video.
Really? Isn't that one of those alternate future, history?
I watched it until the very last episode of the first season, and then I stopped, just like Discovery.
Really? Isn't it one of those alternate history things where the Nazis took over? Yes. Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
Just keep paying. Just keep paying.
Do you remember one of our episodes recently, speaking of streaming video stuff, I was telling you about the show The Colony on Netflix?
Yes.
Do not watch it.
Oh no.
They canceled the show. Season 3. So it literally just ends. Like there's no.
They're not even trying to
conclusion.
wrap it up like The Expanse.
Nothing.
Oh
they just canceled it. Just like midway through the storyline, they're like, "All right, that's it. The show's over. Go home."
They leave you on a cliffhanger with unresolved. Oh my god.
With like 5 unresolved storylines. It's terrible. I was so mad. I was more angry at that show than I was at Lost.
What shows?
Which is ironic because that same guy is.
Oh God, Lost! Did you say Lost? Don't get me started about Lost. Fucking Lost. It was all a dream, everybody. They're all dead the whole time. No shit. I think I agree with you. I think I'm gonna cancel my on Prime. That's the only thing I was paying for.
So I was going to cancel it, and then mine renewed.
I was gonna say mine's renewed recently, so it might not be till
this month. Mine renewed, so I caught it just before the price increase, and I got confirmation that it's going to be the $119. But this is the last year I'm going to have it. So
yeah, that's ridiculous.
It is not worth $140 a year because I'm not getting enough benefit. And let's face it, there's a good percentage of sellers on Amazon, third-party sellers that offer free shipping. So
yeah,
I can still get free shipping on a lot of things.
I don't even like when I first got Amazon Prime, I was very like, oh, free shipping, cool. And I've been doing it for so long, I don't even look for it anymore. Yeah, I don't care.
I used to stuff. When I first got it, I would make a point to buy like really heavy items on Amazon so that I was getting the most.
So you get your money back. I'm ordering.
I bought like a big desk vise for my workbench. It was like 100 pounds.
Well, I've bought some pretty heavy stuff. My desk, standing desk.
Oh yeah, I bought furniture too. You're right. Yeah,
I'm ordering a shipment of cinder blocks. I just want to make sure I get my money's worth.
Yeah, we should just do that. We should all just start buying cinder blocks on Amazon.
Is that something we can buy? Let me see.
I'm sure it is. You can buy anything on Amazon.
Like I said, I was buying acetone.
Yeah. So,
you saw my shopping list?
Yes. So I just don't see the value. Again, that's just me, but I guess you agree as well. It's not worth it anymore, and it just means I don't have to pay a company that I hate anymore. So what's the downfall here? You know?
Oh, they're mini. I'm looking at cinder blocks. They're mini cinder blocks. They're like little tiny, really? They don't have real cinder blocks? Cinder block. They got a cinder block mold. So you make ice cube cinder blocks.
Oh my god.
Alpi cement block stress toy. God damn it. They don't have cinder blocks, Rich. I'm sorry.
Oh, they have them.
Where?
Insulating fire brick, 9 inches by 4.5.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's not a cinder block.
Well, it's a cement block. It's a half a cinder block.
That doesn't count.
It can withstand temperatures of up to 2,300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my god. That's just a brick, Rich. We said cinder blocks.
$60 and you get how many?
4.
6.
I kind of want to buy these like mini cinder blocks and like build something. build like a centralized office.
They are kind of cute. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're for kids. Never mind. I kind of want to get the ice cube cinder block mold.
That is kind of cool. I see it now.
Yeah. Build little ice cubes
cinder
like
blocks.
Yeah, and look, it comes with a mini pallet.
Yeah.
Comes with a little pallet.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were we talking about?
Amazon.
Fuck Prime. Fuck Amazon.
Yeah. So I just don't see the value, and I'm going to cancel it next year. But
I concur.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your getting rid of Chrome?
Oh, hey, guess what? I'm getting rid of Chrome finally. After how many years of you like yelling at me?
Years.
Google sucks. Everything Google Touch sucks. I hate Google.
I mean, that's it.
I don't care. I'm going to use Chrome.
I have to use Chrome at work because we're a Google workspace. I'm
right now split between Edge and Firefox. Workspace.
Workspace.
Yeah.
But at home I've been Firefox for years.
I'm split between Edge and Firefox right now.
Yeah.
Because I haven't settled. I'm obviously using Firefox.
See, at least with Edge you're getting the Chromium.
Isn't Edge based on Chrome?
Yeah, it's Chromium. It's all based on the same software, but it doesn't have all.
That's why I don't use
Google
Edge.
stuff.
One of my major issues was I couldn't type in Facebook Messenger because when I'm in Chrome typing on Messenger, I would type and there'd be like this like minute-long delay before it starts displaying my text, and sometimes the browser would just crash because it couldn't keep up. So I'm like, okay, I'll use Edge and try that. Same thing. So there's something Google related with Chrome connected to my account because nobody else seems to experience this using Chrome.
Yeah.
I've looked it up and I don't see anybody else having the same issues as I've had. So I go to Firefox and it's fine.
Yeah, Firefox has been fantastic. I mean, and I've flip-flopped a couple of times over the years, but primarily lately it's been
Fuck you.
Firefox.
Mark your calendar.
But it was usually, for me, it's resource issues.
Oh, yeah, that I've always agreed that that is...
They both do use a lot of resources, but that's just the nature of the web nowadays. I mean, pages have a lot going on now, but I get far less resource use with Firefox than I ever got with Chrome. I mean, and I'm the type of person that will have literally hundreds of tabs open at once. So
yeah, even if you have no tabs open, you just have one window open. Chrome will have like 30 Chrome processes running, and they don't tell you what they are.
Nope.
You know, and I noticed that like when I was on Firefox, it does literally the same thing. So it's just a browser thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, so I'm moving to something else because I just can't deal with Chrome anymore at this point with the issues I've been having.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've been looking up the issues I've been having and I just don't find any support. Oh yeah, I'm having the same problem. Yeah. I literally look up the issue I'm having. It's like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Am I the only one in the world that can't type on Facebook Messenger on Edge and Chrome with no plugins?
You might just be the only one that tried to fix it. Everybody else may have said screw it and just went to Firefox already.
Maybe.
I mean,
literally, I have like killed all plugins. I mean, like incognito mode, I've cleared my cookies and cache, which is something we have to do nowadays, apparently.
Apparently.
Like it's 1999 again.
Yeah. So I have a pretty, I wouldn't say long topic, but it's a topic that I'm going to talk about a little bit longer than I normally talk about things because I'm very excited about it.
Did I mention we have to accept cookies now? This website has cookies.
Yeah.
Please click yes.
Well, that was because of privacy laws.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a topic that I'm really excited about. I've been wanting to talk about it for months now, but I haven't been able to because I didn't actually install it and try it out.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked last episode about Matter, the home automation. They're trying to make it cross-platform, whatever you want to call it. You know, Amazon can talk to
open
Google
source
Nest and
cross-platform. Yes,
there's a word for it, I'm sure, but I don't know it right now. But until that day, when everything can talk, I've been using a software called Homebridge, which it's an open source project where somebody has set it up to bridge the gap between HomeKit on iOS, or all Apple products really, and the specific vendors. There's hundreds of thousands of them. I mean,
I know.
They have their own platforms, all of them. There's Samsung, there's
proprietary,
Honeywell, so there's this software just bridges the gap between the two. So I could I have a garage door opener that is Aladdin brand. And I can use that with HomeKit. Now I can just tell Siri to open my garage, and it does it.
Yay.
But up until this point, I haven't been able to take advantage of the secure video part of it.
Yeah.
And I was intrigued by it because when Apple brought out the video portion of HomeKit, it was like, at least at the time, I don't know if they're still doing it, but it would record everything on your iCloud and it wouldn't count towards your iCloud usage. So it would save up, terabytes of hard drive space that I'm using locally right now because my security cameras record locally.
Right.
So I was interested. Well, a couple months back, I found a project that's very similar to Homebridge, but it's geared specifically to cameras. And they have plugins for the different vendors. And I was able today, literally within an hour, to get my entire security camera system moved over to HomeKit. And now it's working in the HomeKit, so I can just open up Home and see all my cameras. And if I want to go back and look at recordings, they're in the cloud. And it has the motion sensing is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's like I'm in the future. It's not just there's motion like it's always been on my security cameras. It's there's a person, there's a car, there's an animal, and
so it uses like
with the people
AI tracking or whatever.
I gave it authorization to look in my iPhotos, or just photos now. Sorry, they call it photos. And it can look at the faces that I've tagged in my photos, and if that person is at my door, it'll tell me that person is at my door.
Oh,
it's amazing. It's the coolest thing I've set up in a long time. And so this it's called Scripted, SCRYPTED, and it's so cool. Like,
I'm not quite as experienced and like as advanced as you are with like IoT, home stuff. I literally only have light bulbs and I have an Alexa, and that's literally it.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned you had the light bulbs, but so this is the management console right here, so you can take a look at it. And you see there's different vendors, plugins that you can get. Here, I'll make it a little bigger for those of you with bad eyes. Whoa, too big. So there's different plugins. So like I have a lot of Amcrest cameras. I just put the Amcrest plugin on there. If they don't have your plugin, but it's ONVIF compatible, you can just use the ONVIF one and it'll work. And then it puts them all in. You can see them all here on the dashboard.
Is that a Mini Cooper?
No, it's my car.
Oh, what do you drive?
You saw it on the back of the trailer. It's Kicks.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's a Kicks.
Kicks, loser.
So anyway, so it's really nice. And now on my Mac, on my iMac, on my phone, on my watch, I have all this video everywhere. And literally, I can go back and look at any of the recordings just by clicking on it and going back in time on the timeline. It's so much faster than the software I was using before. And don't get me wrong, the software I was using before is called Blue Iris. It's really, really good software. And I don't want to detract from that. It's gotten me by for years, and I really like it. And it's very, it has really good compatibility with all different camera types. I mean, there's literally hundreds of different camera plugins. So it's good software. But it was always missing that integration with HomeKit. And now I have that. So now I don't even have the reliance on my Windows PC. I could shut my Windows computer off. I never used to be able to do that because it was my NVR. It recorded all of my video.
Okay.
Now I can turn it off and it's going to record to iCloud no matter what.
Yeah. How big is your iCloud? Do you pay for it?
Yeah, I pay for 2 terabyte, but
oh my god.
Or I think it's 2 terabyte. I don't know. I pay for a few terabytes.
I have the 5 gigabytes and it's like full.
Yeah, I have the family plan. I actually paid for the $30 package, the Apple One, so I have all different stuff.
Does iSpy fall into any of these categories?
iSpy is. I mean, it uses
that I'm familiar with.
It uses a lot of the ONVIF protocol cameras, so you can use a lot of the same stuff, and
that's what I use.
Same functions, but it didn't do everything that Blue Iris did, so I tried both, and then I ended up buying Blue Iris. And
I'm just trying to get a feel for what what it is.
The other thing is I've been paying $30 a year for maintenance for Blue Iris that I no longer have to pay. So,
well, there you go.
I mean, that makes up a month of my Apple One. So, and I get all the other stuff too, the Apple TV and Apple Music and news, and all that stuff.
Fucking Apple.
So, but it's really, really, really well done. I props to the developer. Really impressive software. So I'm actually gonna share the GitHub on our website,
there you go,
or our Facebook, so that everybody can see it. But I highly recommend if you like HomeKit and you want to integrate cameras, but you don't want to spend money on a HomeKit compatible camera because they are pricey. I literally have like $20 cameras.
I was going to say, what brand cameras do you have?
So I have some that are Chinese knockoff $20 cameras. And then I have some that are $30, $40, $50 cameras that do a little bit more. They have the point tilt zoom. They do motion detection, stuff like that. But
I just got a snow squall warning.
That's always good.
That's New Hampshire for you. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. $20 cameras that had zoom.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done everything from the cheap Chinese knockoffs up to the fancier.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Do you have those 386 by 480 resolution?
No.
Oh my God.
So
who joined our chat?
I don't know. Maria Polly.
One rent. What? Anyway, yeah, that's pretty interesting. I've always been, dreamt of having everything managed that easily.
Yeah. And that's
I
where
have a small
was excited.
apartment, so I had no use for these kinds of cameras, so I can't really set anything up that I'm interested in doing.
Yeah.
But that sounds cool, what you're talking about.
Well, and I forgot what I was going to say.
All right.
Literally just went away.
And Rich has had a stroke. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I love it, and I definitely recommend it to anybody. And I'm going to put it up on our Facebook page.
Yes, you're going to share the GitHub.
Yeah.
That's cool, Rich.
It is very cool.
Very cool. I know you're like a camera freak. You've been doing that since way back.
Yeah,
15,
I mean, yeah, right before we started the podcast, I set up my first security camera. So it was like 2014, 2015. I've been doing it, and all this time I've been paying for maintenance for this other software. And
yeah, I used to use iSpy for setting up, when I worked in Vermont, small businesses.
Yeah,
that didn't have the money to pay for paid security systems.
Yeah,
using iSpy and desktop webcams to set up sort of a half-ass internal.
When I did iSpy for the first time, it was to set up an Android phone as a camera.
Yep.
That was really fun.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I used to I had all these excess old Android cameras, and you could set them up as IP cameras.
Yeah.
I used to do that back in the day too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You should be able to buy old Android phones by the box now, right? You should be able to get
right?
box, 500 Android phones.
Yeah. I'm sure you can somewhere in some surplus sale. You could probably
get
a pallet of them.
I mean, all I need to do is have a decent resolution, So that's cool.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I know. I was very excited to talk about it today because and the setup was so easy. I literally to be fair, I have a VMware ESXi server, so I can spin up virtual machines all day long, and it's not a big deal. But if you have an old computer or a Raspberry Pi even, it'll run on that. So you don't have to have virtual infrastructure in your house to do it. You just need a Linux box, basically. And I just installed Debian on a virtual machine, had it up and running within 30 minutes. It was so easy.
Cool.
So
are we going to keep sucking the dick of this awesome software, or
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, okay, good. You mentioned VMware. I was having nightmares for the interviews that I had recently. When you get you've had job interviews and stuff, Like when they start reading off like scenario questions, like that's when I sort of tune out and I'm like, okay, I'm not interested. Either show you I know what I'm doing, or even if they're like, this is something that's happened. What would you do in this case?
Right.
But they're looking for like a very specific answer.
Yeah,
like,
I've been in those interviews where they're looking too specific. Like
even exactly like there's 20 different ways to go about doing something,
and they want that one way.
This one that I've been looking at a lot of jobs, been doing a lot of interviews recently, and that is obviously a place I do not want to work at.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah, because any IT organization should understand that there's multiple ways of doing things, and
yeah, well, they just make you feel stupid about it. I'm like,
yeah,
one I had was
it goes back to my pet peeve about techs that are very, tunnel vision. They only like Linux or they only like Windows or like
their
way is the way to do it.
And if you have that type of environment, fine. I don't want to work there.
Yeah,
Thank you for rooting me out.
Exactly.
When I used to interview people back when I worked at a tech shop, I'd throw them a motherboard and be like, name every part. name as many parts on here that you can. That was one of the ways I would judge somebody. Not an open-ended question.
Yeah.
Black or white.
Just show me what you can do. Show me some skills.
Not oh, you should have known that this environment had different land segments and different DHCP segments. I was so pissed. And I had already got the feeling, like, before I even interviewed there, I'm like, this does not feel like a place I want to work at.
Yeah.
Even though they
a
met
lot of
my
times
pay
you can
scale.
pick that up pretty easily.
They want those people that are like boring, book smart type. They just do everything by the number. There's no like.
Yeah.
I don't want to say there's like room for creativity in IT, but there is room for like intuition.
Hell yeah.
And just be. I'm like, and I told him, like, look, if you stuck me in front of this situation, I could figure it out in like 5 minutes.
Right.
If you're asking me to like figure it out in my head.
Well, a lot of people in the IT field are very hands-on.
That's what learners. I am. I'm not book smart. I mean, I am book. I had to learn, everything from a book, but that's not how I learn. I'm very. It's hard to explain. Like, I'm intuitive the way I.
Well, you're a hands-on learner. It's different.
Yeah.
Than being
I've already hands-on learned, but I'm like, if you ask me to explain a process of how I do something, that's where I fall apart. But I'm like, if you stuck me in that situation physically, I would have it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my downfall with some of these interviews, which I'm glad, because I don't want to be in a place that like keeps track of everything to that sort of degree.
Yeah. No, it's not worth it.
You must have interviewed. You've interviewed a lot of people, right?
Oh yeah.
Like what do you do? What type of
So I try to stay actually away from technical questions.
Are you like, what kind of music do you like? Do you like radio?
Until I get a feel for the type of person they are. And then I always hit tech questions, but it's always, how would you do this? It's not I'm looking for a specific way. How do you fix this? And if it's not this one, I don't want to hear it. Now there's stuff
I want to see how you do it.
Like one of the questions I always ask is, somebody calls and says that they have a pop-up that says their computer's infected. What do you do? And there's little things that I'm looking for. There's lots of ways you can solve this problem. Mm-hmm. But like the number one thing I'm looking for is you tell the user to unplug their computer from the network.
Get off the internet. Yeah.
Get off the network. If as long as they say that, how they get there is irrelevant. I mean,
yeah.
There's 1,000 ways you could fix that problem. I mean, you could go in with a fire flamethrower and just burn it, kill it with fire.
See, my first thing would be just shut the computer off. That would be my starting point. If that wasn't your starting point, you got a problem with that?
Well, yeah, mostly because if we're talking security breaches, you don't want to shut down the computer because then you lose what's in the memory. So
if you think somebody's already gotten access to the machine.
So you want to unplug from the network, but keep the computer on so that we can do forensic analysis if necessary.
And that's the problem too, because I don't. Once again, these were big corporations, which I've always told you over the years, I hate working in corporations and institutions. So when I answer these questions, I'm thinking small business and home user, which isn't what they want to hear. They want to hear, oh, I've worked in corporate environment my whole life. So that's what I'm thinking of. So that's where I totally admit that, like, I failed there, just not having that mindset.
Yeah.
But
well, it's a different world working in small IT shops versus big corporate IT shops. And there's pros and cons to both, believe me.
No, I know. I know. And one thing I will admit, I completely screwed up A files and MX records.
Yeah. I remember you mentioned
so stupid.
Yeah.
I got them completely
blank in an interview, and then you're like, afterwards, you're like, you idiot.
Dude, and I was right off the bat, I was thinking A file, and I was like, or AA.
So I remember one time I actually got the job, but I blanked on the different types of RAID. And I couldn't remember
5 and 0. That's all you have to remember. 5 and 0.
I couldn't remember at all. Nothing. It was just blank. I was like, I have no idea.
Scraping and parody.
Luckily, I answered all the other questions.
Well, that's good.
Where I got the job, but then afterwards, talking to the people, I was like, I felt like such an idiot afterwards. Driving home, I'm like, I know that.
Dude, that makes me feel better because I can't ever remember. When I went to do my A+, they want you to know all this. Name every single like the other ones, like name every single IRQ and what the important ones are dedicated
IRQs
to.
matter nowadays.
IRQs, I know. Oh, this is back in 2003. And the other one was like raids. Name every type of raid possible. And I'm just like, I have a problem. I have to look it up. I just have to take me 2 seconds to look it up.
Yeah.
I know what the major ones are, like 0 and like 5 and like 1, 10, 1 plus 0 or whatever they call it. I know the important ones, but what's a raid for?
Yeah, and to be able to regurgitate it on command is not really showing that you know how to do the job.
Being able to just regurgitate the written documentation, I think, is not a good test of one's skill.
No, and honestly, I think that's why in the IT field, unfortunately, we see a lot of jobs that are entry-level positions, but they require like 5 years of experience. They don't want a book-smart person right out of college. They want somebody who knows what they're doing.
And that's why that's why my resume is so like. That's why I get a lot of callbacks because I got like 15 years experience.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have the schooling. I have an A+, Net+, ACMT. That's it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Jobs are fun.
Hiring is always a pain in the butt.
I'd rather be doing the hiring than the one getting hired. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. but honestly, a good interviewer or interviewee, I guess, would be really putting you up for questions too, like asking about the company, asking about the job. So I have my arsenal. Yeah. But if you don't
of like questions,
then you don't show that you're interested in the job. You have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So. And 99% of these jobs, it's the same crap.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't like network adminning. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like I like the day-to-day desktop support crap, and that it pays enough.
It's funny how when I first got out of high school, I was like, you know what? I want to be a network engineer. And I took my first networking class in college, and I was like, well, I don't want to do networking anymore.
No, that's been on the back. Dude, I hate that. In like a lot of jobs, they don't tell you that's what it's geared towards.
Yeah.
They're like, it's like support, blah, 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 blah. And then you go to apply there, and they're like, we want all this high-end networking crap. And and they like gave me crap because virtualization, I'm very familiar, and I've ran and I've virtualized computers using Windows Hyper-V.
Yeah.
And just because I haven't used VMware, like
there's
a
lot of similarities. I mean, if you know how to use one,
VMware has a lot of tools. A lot of times I'm aware of the concepts.
That's the big thing. the concepts.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to matter to a lot of different people. I'm like, just because I know VM. I've had like the desktop version of it. I've used it so many times, like on Macs, so I can run Windows in parallel. But they're like, just because you don't know this specific software, we're like, we don't want to take a chance. But then I'm guessing like they have so many applications that they're like, whatever, we can just pass over for somebody that does know this.
Yeah, I've worked in both pretty extensively in different jobs, and I mean, if you understand the concepts, you can figure out the software pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's what I'm good at. Like I said, intuitive. Like I can walk into any situation and figure
my recommendation for you is ESXi is free, so install it on a computer somewhere and start making your own VMs and stuff. It's super easy.
Or is that like an open source VM?
It's just it's free. They don't charge for licensing for their basic hypervisor.
Okay.
So
no, I know a lot about Hyper-V. Like I've worked in the environment. One of the last jobs I had was strictly Hyper-V. The boss was a crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let me start there. What do we have for topics? Do we have any other topics?
I'm out of topics. You had on here that you want to talk about your Switch, but
no, because that's for games.
Oh, well then we're out of topics.
All right. All right then. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Pitching about jobs that I'm applying for and something I can't talk about.
We'll talk about it in the episode.
Did a bot join our chat? What's going on?
That's what it looks like, but I don't care.
All right. I'm going to buy me some mini cinder blocks.
Yes. If you do, please bring them on the show next.
I will. You can get a 40 pack for $165. Oh, they're like life size. They're foam.
Oh, geez.
For kids. So you teach your kids how to do like, construction shit.
There you go.
I want to get this mold. Oh my god.
Well, anyway.
All right, so yeah. This has been Drug Tech Support, and I'm Jason.
And I'm Rich.
And you can go.
I forgot what we said our outro was going to be now.
Yeah, it's go F yourself, America. Go have a beer.
Go have a beer. Yeah.
But I thought we're keeping the go F yourself.
Yes,
America.
we need to write it down though, so we don't forget. Okay. This kinder, gentler thing is not working well for me in my head. I'm just not a kind, gentler person by nature.
I told you that a million times by now. You didn't listen.
Well, this has been Drunk Tech Support.